All right, top of the hour, let's begin with breaking updates. As we are getting right now, the CBI is searching at 50 different locations in Patna and other locations that is taking place, where searches are being conducted at the former Union Railway Minister Lalu Yadav and his premises that are being searched related to a recruitment scam that happened during his tenure. The details are still awaited. This is just a preliminary information that we are getting as of now. Searches at different locations that are being held at the RJD patron and the former Union Railway Minister. We are talking about the recruitment scam, and the searches are being held by the CBI.
That's right. The CBI heat is certainly on Lalu Prasad Yadav. This is a new case that we are talking about registered against him. Raids are currently underway at his residence and 15 different locations in Patna and other different places as well. And searches at the former Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav's premises is still on. These are searches relating to a recruitment scam which took place during his tenure. Meanwhile, we are still awaiting more details from my colleague Bhavtosh, who has been closely tracking these developments as well. But this is a new case, remember, registered against Lalu Prasad Yadav, who had recently been released as well. Let me also now go across to Bhavtosh joining us live on this broadcast. Yes, Bhavtosh, please share more details and light on this case.
Well, CBI is very tight-lipped. Remember, just a few days back, CBI had carried out raids and searches at Karti Chidambaram's places and places linked to Karti Chidambaram, which also included places or premises of P. Chidambaram. Then CBI said that Karti Chidambaram had misused his father's office. Now, what we have gathered from sources within CBI is that a new case has been filed by CBI covering tenure of Lalu Prasad Yadav when he was railway minister. CBI said that they had filed a case in which what they have said is that when Lalu Prasad Yadav was railway minister, he had misused his office, and there is an alleged recruitment scam which has also been carried out. Raids and searches are presently going on at 15 places.
Like, what are these 15 places that we're talking about, Bhavtosh? Mainly in Bihar and Patna, or other places across the country as well?
Well, these places that have been covered include Patna, that we can confirm, and this place that we are talking about is that of the official residence of Tejasvi Yadav. Now, Tejasvi Yadav, as we all know, is a leader of opposition in Bihar, and as a leader of opposition, he has also been given official residence. But more than these raids and searches, politics will obviously be played on this. Remember, the RJD party is getting very close to JDU in past few months, and one would obviously speculate that because RJD is getting close to Janata Dal United, these raids and searches could be a retaliation by centre. And obviously, RJD workers would be in fact be protesting outside the residence of Lalu Prasad Yadav and Tejasvi in days to come, in next few hours. CBI on its part is very tight-lipped. They have not issued any statement. They have only said that at least at 15 places these searches are going on.
All right, continue to be with us, Bhavtosh. Even as recently we saw as to how Lalu Prasad Yadav had also sought bail in his previous cases where he was inside jail as well. Any more information that you are gathering as far as the CBI investigation is concerned, and what really it pertains to? As you have mentioned, this is a recruitment scam they are looking at.
Well, that's what we have been told. It's a recruitment scam covering a period when Lalu Prasad Yadav was railway minister. Now, there was even a previous case that was filed against Lalu Prasad Yadav in 2017.
Right. So, Bhavtosh getting us the details there. We'll just quickly try and reconnect the line and understand what this new case is all about. Lalu Prasad Yadav already has gotten bail in the 5th fodder scam case recently. But at this point, we are looking at a new case. This is just the initial preliminary details that we are getting to know as of now. But Bhavtosh, you've mentioned Karti Chidambaram. That was also a new case, rather, that we are looking at Karti Chidambaram and his CA, now who has been taken into custody. At this point, another new case, and this time around against Lalu Yadav. What is it all about?
Well, what we can tell to our viewers, and it's a confirmed information, that Lalu Prasad Yadav's tenure when he was railway minister, there was a recruitment scam that had taken place, and this recruitment scam concerns people who were in fact hired in railway ministry. Now CBI in fact had first filed a preliminary inquiry, and then subsequently they had carried out raids and then they had filed a regular case, and there are also unknown public servants who have been named in this FIR. And apart from this case, CBI 2017 had also accused the then railway minister Lalu Prasad Yadav of usurping or selling property of railway ministry, IRCTC ministry, to a hotel group. Now, in that case, also Lalu Prasad Yadav was named as an accused, and then subsequently a money laundering case was filed by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, Lalu Prasad Yadav just a few months back was released from jail. He was in fact convicted in Fortis scam. So trouble ahead for Lalu Prasad Yadav, because this time around has been accused in a
certainly trouble mounting for Lalu Prasad Yadav. Let me also now go across to Aditya joining us on this broadcast. Yes, Aditya, you have the ground updates from Patna. Please share more details on where else these raids are currently underway.
Well, exactly. I mean, as far as the initial information that has been transpiring from CBI sources is that as many as 4 places in Patna are being raided in connection to the railway recruitment scam. But this is something, the preliminary information, and that this needs to be confirmed and cross-checked whether or not the teams actually reach there.
Right, so where all in Bihar that we are talking about, Aditya, if you can share the other details, because this is just the limited details we have as of now, but we are carrying out pictures there, additional police security that has also been given.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the initial information says that there is an apartment of Rabdi Devi in Gola Road locality of the state capital, and also there is one cow shed in the name of former railway minister Lalu Prasad Yadav himself in the same locality. And the 4th location is not sure, but it can be somewhere close to Dhanaut near Fulwari.
And Aditya, this very recently we saw how Lalu Prasad Yadav also got a bail in the Doranda treasury case, as well as recently in the fodder scam case as well by the Jharkhand court. Any more information or reactions coming in from the RJD or their family themselves?
No, not exactly. The family is not contacting media as of now, and also that once the CBI raid starts, they just don't allow people to get in touch with the outside world. But that being said, this will be very early to talk about this. Let us see how it rolls out during the course of the day.
Right, Aditya, because it still remains to be seen whether the family is there at the residences or not. I mean, in particular, if they are looking for Lalu Yadav himself. So any updates on that?
Not exactly. No update on this part, but we are tracking the same, and we'll get back on this once we have a solid update.
All right. Thank you, Aditya, for that. Going back to Bhavtosh once again. So, Bhavtosh, we just heard Aditya sharing some more details, even as we have live pictures on our screen right now coming in of several premises that are now being raided by the CBI. There is heavy police deployment there. But Bhavtosh, in the past as well, the RJD has always called all of this a political vendetta, specifically talking about the CBI action.
Well, they have always said this, and they have said that the raids and searches that were carried out in 2017 and the follow-up action by the Enforcement Directorate in 2018 were all at the behest of the centre. And centre on its part have said that the corruption cases that they have been registered after doing